Hey y'all, so this is just a part 2 for the word I made earlier for Favorite Fridays about you cannot pour for an empty cup. I think my video stopped. I'm not 100% sure, but I just want to touch bases and double back on a sabbatical. Listen. This is very important to you being strong mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I don't care whether you're an influencer. I don't care what God has you doing, YouTube, ministry, a pastor, whatever you do, you need to spend a long time with God so that He can fill you up. You need to spend a long time with God so that He can restore you and restore your strength. You know, you need that time, and you're going to be weak without that, and you're going to be trying to operate in your own strength, and you're going to see that you cannot do it. You cannot do it. There's a lot of times that God will help me out with this time, where even as a business owner, He'll kind of clear out my books for me. He'll slow down my bookings just so I can spend more time with Him. I did this year, and I stopped talking to people. Like, I cannot talk to you guys because I'm always putting out, and people are always putting all their burdens on me, and that's okay. Listen, okay, the strong carry the burden of the weak, so I'm not complaining. Call me, I got you. I'm gonna pray for you, period. You already know. If you know, you know, period. But at this point in time, I was weak and I could not help anybody. I couldn't, so I had to stop talking to people. I had to, but I went about it the wrong way. But I believe that from here on out, how I'm going to go about it is I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm going to let my close friends and family know, hey, I'm going on sabbatical right now. Okay, I'm going to just be taking some time for just me and God. So if you can't get in touch with me, this is why. Okay? And, Jesus did this. Jesus did this a lot. He would go and leave the disciples and go and spend time with God. Moses did this also. He would leave the Israelites, he would leave the people and go up to the mountaintops and spend time with God. And I think the mountaintops represent going and then just spending time with God, like spending time with God alone. You're going up to a high place when you sit and you're spending this, just taking time for the Lord. I did this even from work. I took sabbaticals from work where I've just spent time with the Lord and allowed Him to pour into me when I needed that, because sometimes we're going through a lot. Sometimes you can even be neglecting God in your life. You're not spending proper time with God, and you're trying to figure out, God, why am I so weak? I can't, you're trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, you need to make some adjustments in your life so that you can make sure you're spending time with God. Jesus did it. He is our example, y'all. I heard a pastor say one time he does sabbatical, and when he does sabbatical, he thank you, Holy Spirit, thank you, Holy Spirit. When he does a sabbatical, he has 2 different phones. So it's like one phone is for sabbatical, and the other phone, literally, he'll text people back months and months later. He's like, yo, I was on sabbatical. He won't even let them know. Hey, text me back months later, 5 months later. Hey, I was on sabbatical. What's up? You get what I'm saying? So I want to encourage you also, if you are connected to anybody who may be doing the Lord's work in many different ways, whatever that might look like, and they take a break from you, please do not be selfish, do not be stingy, and try and have compassion to understand of the burden that they carry. Not necessarily the burden, but understand that the load that they carry, because when I did it, a lot of people didn't understand, and I didn't necessarily know how to explain. I need time away from people and just God. I didn't know how to explain it until God ministered to me and let me know that it's called a sabbatical. And then I started telling people I'm on sabbatical. At first they thought I was crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not crazy. I need time to regroup, especially when you're pouring out. I'm talking about your phone is ringing all the time and you're constantly praying and ministering. You're able, I'm able, but you still need to take that alone time with God. Jesus did it. He would minister to people, and guess what? Go and separate and spend time with God. He would, For instance, after he fed the 500, he separated from the disciples. He said, meet me, I'm going to go and you meet me. He left them, he left the people, and he did that so that he could spend some intimate alone time with God. And I just want to tell you guys this, if you do not know this already. I knew this, I'm just now starting back to do it consistently in my life, and it has made a major difference. But put God first in your day-to-day life, even outside of your sabbatical. And your sabbatical can look like anything. It can look like many different things for you, and everybody's